Good afternoon, family and friends. Welcome to the Woke Nation. How are you doing? Hope you're doing great. Because you were born to be great. You are born great. You are life. You are spirit. You are eternal. You are infinite. You are the truth. You are the way. You are indestructible. You are unchangeable. You are carnal. You have the will and the power to make things happen. Without the help of any God, Jesus, spirit, angel, prophet, or devil. You call the shots because you matter. Because you're real. God is not real. Jesus is not real. Satan is not real. Heaven is not real. Hell is not real. You are real. The world is real. The universe is real. The earth is real. And you are here. We are here to explore and enjoy life. We are not here to guesswork. We are not here to believe. We are here to know. The age of believing has gone when religion has power. One thing you should understand, religion did not gain power by good works or good words. No, religion gained power by killing out people who don't believe in their bullshit. They kill power mercilessly, and they gave you a God that tell you is a God of mercy. The people that killed your ancestors gave you a God of mercy. They mess you up and give you God of mercy. Fuck all of them. You should know this, my people, that our ignorance is God. What you don't know is a mystery. That's why their God is always working in a mysterious way, because they don't know that God. So it's a mystery to them that believe in Him. Fear created heaven and hell. Fear of God. If you believe in God, you will go to heaven. If you don't believe in God, you will go to hell. Fear created heaven and hell, fire. Then deception, greed, wickedness created Jesus Christ in AD 325 as weapon for mass deception, mass destruction. To keep people docile, they keep people from being conscious as human beings, but converted animals, converted sheep, making people sheep of the Lord, the sheep of God, the sheep of Christ. They are slaves, telling them to obey their earthly masters. There's no such thing like heavenly master. There's no God in heaven. Heaven is an imaginary place. God is an imaginary being. There's no place called heaven. And there's no being called God that exists anywhere. We are gods and goddesses. There's no supreme being called God anywhere. And many Africans who don't know that that religion, that faith, that Christ, that Holy Spirit, that Christianity, that Islam, that Judaism was created to keep them good slaves. They still believing in that God, which is white man in the cloud, or the dead white man on the cross. God in heaven is invisible, unreal white man in the cloud. And the God you worship on earth is a dead white man on the cross. You must trust them, Africans, and that's why I'm speaking to us. This is the second part of the freedom of worship that I shared yesterday. Do yourself good to go and watch it. Freedom of speech. And whenever you're watching, always contribute. You have something to contribute. So I'm speaking to my brethren, brothers and sisters, Africans, Akebulams, gods and goddesses, kings and queens. men and women, descendants of the great ancient African ancestors, or great ancient Africans. We are their descendants. I'm talking to us all. Unfortunate, we are not a people today, but we are rising. No condition is permanent. No slavery condition is permanent. No evil condition is permanent. White supremacy is not permanent. They can last as long as we let them. And the only way we can keep letting them is when we remain divided as they divided us. So I titled this, We Are Not a People. We Africans, we are Kebulans, we descendants of the great ancient Africans. We are not a people today because those institutions of the white man is still standing in our land, is still having power over our minds, over our leaders, over our elites, over people that we look up, people that matter, we claim or we think that matter among us. They are the same folk, they are the same flock, animals, sheep and goats. Listen to them, listen to their speech, listen to their behavior, listen to their action. You will see that they are still under the influence of white supremacy. They are still under the control of white man. Although they wear black skin, although they sit on black thrones, but they are representing the white man. That's why we are still divided. White men fear, or white man fear the day blacks will wake up, unite, and stand to demand for their heritage. White man don't want to see that happen. I say, see, this coronavirus will open the eyes of black man or Africans. Open our eyes as a people to see all the things that white men gave us, telling us is from God. Telling us that God can do all things is a lie. A God that failed to prevent coronavirus. A God that cannot cure coronavirus. A God that cannot reveal the cure for coronavirus to his servants, the prophets. That God is a lie. That God is white supremacy. The reason why coronavirus has become global pandemic is because it's killing white people. If it were killing only black people, it will just be a virus. And they will stop you, they will avoid you, they will distance themselves from you like you are a plague. Which is what I'm doing now, mocking them, because they are like plague to me. Everything they said or did to us must come back to them, because we are the original. We are the first, we are not the last. They are the last. Who said the last must be first? No way, it will not be. No God can make the first last. No God. Not Jehovah, not Allah, not Yahweh. Not any God that people fear or worship. We remain first. First is first. If you make first last, that's injustice. That's evil. That's anti-nature. Nature stands. First is first. Last is last. You cannot make first the last. But that's what they use religion to make us. They made us last while we are the first. They made us the last. But we are coming up again. The sun is rising to shine again. Or the world is rotating around the sun again. No matter what happened, the sun will shine again. We are coming up. We are not a people. Look at Africans. Did you see any African country who produce the test equipment for their own people before jumping in? There is coronavirus in Africa. No. They're only looking at cable news. You are leaders. You are political leaders. You are religious leaders. All of them are watching CNN, watching Al Jazeera, watching all those cable news to get information. They don't have original information. Why all over the world, black people are the best in every profession. All of them. You talk about it, black people. And those of you idiots that don't know that science was invented by your African ancestors, great African ancestors, ancient ancestors. The medicine that you are waiting to come out for the cure of coronavirus, who invented medicine? It cannot be reinvented. Nothing can be invented twice. It's once. So whatever you made out of it is still rooted in that first one. Your great African ancestors gave the world medicine, science. What we know is science. What we know is what is called science, not what we believe. You don't know God, you believe God. So you can't find science in God or with God. God cannot give you brain to make anything. God cannot give you knowledge to make anything. For those of you ignorant Christians in Africa, in Nigeria, who is ranting that it is God that is giving the scientists the brain to make, to find out cure for coronavirus. Idiots. Why can't that same God give it to you? You say God created all of us and gave us all bread. Did God give some people bread and did not give some people bread? So if God is the one that will give them wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to create cure for coronavirus, why can't God give it to all his children, all his people? Since you believe it's a gift, it's not. Common sense is not a gift. Wisdom is not a gift. Knowledge is not a gift. Understanding is not a gift. You have your brain to acquire all that. You have your brain to do all that. You are crying about lockdown. You say it's an agenda. They are coming against us. Blah, 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 blah. Bullshit. Then where is your God? If you have a living God, you shouldn't be complaining for anything. And those of you idiots, especially among our people, who believe that coronavirus is punishment from God, to bring the world to their knee to worship him, that God is still stupid. I can never worship such God. My younger sister said that to me, you know, she loved me, so she cared about me. She said, I heard there's coronavirus there. She's a very strong Christian woman. I say, yeah, but it showed that there is no God. God cannot do anything, you know, as usual. I send my mimes to them, to her. She said, all I know is God is using coronavirus to bring people, to draw people back to himself. I say, can't you see how stupid that sounds? Can you kill some of your children to draw some of your children to yourself? It's stupid. How religion make people think? It runs the brain, that's why I said. And now my sister is educated, not ignorant, not an illiterate. Of course, I think I'm the only illiterate in my family. All of them are other ones. No, I think so. I have more literacy in my family than there are more. Some of my younger ones, they know book better than me. But I'm intelligent. Intelligent is better. Is more than whatever PhD you get in any higher institution of learning. If you have your brain, all the degree they get in the school is bullshit. With your brain, you will still teach professors. You will still teach those who claim to that they will be secretly seeking for information from you. And some of you don't know your pastors are following me on social media to get information. Of course. You say you're God, send coronavirus to show his power, to flex his muscles, to show his magneto, to show his, you know, he can shut down the whole world. Fool. God cannot shut down the whole world. Coronavirus is not everywhere in the whole world. Coronavirus is not in Africa, but Africans believe it is there. Just as God is not in Africa, but Africans believe God is there because white men gave black people that God. The reason why Africans embrace coronavirus is because they already had colonial virus. They believe there is God of Israel in Africa. They believe there is Jesus Christ of Nazareth in Africa. They are saying their town is for Christ. God of Abraham is their father. Abraham is their father. But their ancestors is their devil. Is their Satan. Is their demons. We are not a people. You see family divided. Children cannot associate with their parents anymore. Parents cannot associate with their children anymore because of this bullshit called Christianity. Oh, I am Catholic, I am Anglican, I am Methodist, I am Evangelical, I am Pentecostal. You are bullshit. All of you that are still Christians in Christianity, you are all bullshit. Go report me to your God and I will kill your God. Because I'm stronger than coronavirus and your God is running away from coronavirus. So imagine what I will do to your God. If your God appear, I will crush you. Your God is scared to death. He cannot show up. You know I'm dangerous. Ask him, ask your God. Ask your God, who is this guy? He will say, leave him, he's dangerous. I am too dangerous for your God. I'm a God killer. A killer God. That you worship them, I say bring them here. And I kill them. All of them. We are not a people because we embrace the lies that white man sold to us to keep us divided. We are not united. We are not a people. That's why we are worshiping white man's God. That's why we worship a God that does not look like us. And we say there is freedom of worship. White man don't worship black God. White man don't follow black Jesus. In fact, they say it's an insult for anyone to say Jesus is black. And you cannot see that Jesus. I have been using the Bible to show you that Jesus is not a spirit. That according to Bible, if Jesus exists, you should see Jesus. If Jesus exists, you should see Jesus. According to Luke 24, 36 to 43, it's right there. He said, touch me. That's after resurrection and after ascension. He still appeared before his disciples in your Bible, fulfilling Matthew chapter 18 verse 20. He said, where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, I will be there in their midst. But today you cannot even gather. And all the years you have been gathering, you have not seen this Jesus. You won't let this coronavirus incident to open your eyes to see. Now they say you cannot go to church. All of you that used to be guilty of missing church service and your pastors calling you on the phone or visiting your house to know why you missed church service. Now no more church service. And some of you will say you are going to church tomorrow. They will beat you up in Africa. In America, they will not beat you up. Maybe they close the door or arrest you quietly. But in Africa, trust all those idiots you call police and the military. They will butcher you. They don't care. They close the church now. Now they are asking you to sow seed online. Creating apps on the phone, to send on the phone. And you cannot see this God with your smartphone. If you can sow a seed, if you can give tithe and offering through your iPhone, through your smartphone, why can't you see God through that? Why can't you make text chat, video chat with God with your phone and ask God to create an app you want to pay directly to him? Because they know if you don't pay, if you don't come, if you don't pay, they will also not be able to pay for their private jet, pay for their cathedrals, pay for all the things they tell you belongs to God. You say you are going to the house of God, but you are the one that built that house. You say you are going to the house of God, but you are the one that is paying for the maintenance of that house. Yet you can't think. You say, I am a devil. Devil is using me. Yes, I am a devil against the devil, the imaginary devil you believe. I am a devil against the imaginary devil that you believe. I'm the real devil. I am the real Satan against the imaginary Satan that you believe. Idiots. Parading themselves as men of God. Impostors they are. Criminals they are. This coronavirus should open your eyes. If you believe that your God is using coronavirus to draw people to himself, why people like you are dying? Your fellow Christians are dying. Your fellow pastors are dying. Your fellow human beings are dying. And you say it is God using it to draw what? A God that has power So if God is almighty, has power to keep people alive, he don't have to kill a single person to prove anything or to draw anyone. It will just make you, okay, come, he follow you. Do you kill your sheep to follow you? The sheep you have in your own house, those of us that grow in the village, your goats and your sheep, do you have to kill one to make others follow you? You only kill them when you want to eat. Or you sell them to make money. They see the nonsense you believe about God. And this has kept us from being a people. We are depending on white people. We are depending on an imaginary God. That's make us worse. Why people that gave you the imaginary God does not depend on that God? You see them depending on the scientists, depending on doctors, depending on engineers, depending on people, depending even on housekeepers. But you say no. Ah, you are the housekeeper. You say it is God sweeping the house. It's God keeping the house. No, it's not. Unless you are saying you are the God keeping the house, then I agree with you 100%. But if you're telling me about a God somewhere, fuck that God.